Taylor Sheridan's divisive action thriller trending on Netflix is something he needs more of besides Yellowstone. Taylor Sheridan rose to fame in 2018 with the creation of his neo-Western hit, Yellowstone. Yet it is movies like Sicario that really prove Sheridan has what it takes to be a legendary filmmaker. Though Sheridan first entered the entertainment business as an actor in the 1990s, his career didn't really take off until the 2010s when he started writing screenplays. After penning some successful films, such as Hell or High Water, he eventually transitioned to TV, where he now helms an empire of popular Western and action series. Every year, his resume grows longer and more impressive. One movie that Sheridan worked on before Yellowstone and his other TV series was Sicario. Released in 2015, it tells the story of an FBI agent named Kate Macer, who is offered a position on a special team fighting the war on drugs on the U.S.-Mexico border. Alongside two new co-workers, Kate takes on a high-stakes mission to defeat a powerful drug lord. Sheridan wrote the screenplay for Sicario, while Denis Villeneuve directed and Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin starred. Arguably, it is one of Sheridan's best projects to date. Sheridan isn't always remembered for working on Sicario, but recently, the movie, its sequel, and its screenwriter have all received renewed attention. This is because both Sicario and Sicario, Day of the Soldado, were recently added to Netflix. Both movies quickly rose to the top of Netflix's charts as viewers revisited the franchise or watched it for the very first time. Those who see the film are not only thrilled by the action and the performances of the lead cast, but are also intrigued to discover that the man behind Yellowstone, Landman, and Mayor of Kingstown wrote the movies. It isn't entirely surprising that Sicario and its sequel have gained a new life on streaming. The movies earned critical acclaim when they were initially released in 2015 and 2018 respectively. On Rotten Tomatoes, Sicario has a certified fresh 92% critic score, while Sicario, Day of the Soldado, has a 62%. In this way, audiences can still appreciate Sicario's action-packed story and strong characters, even a decade after its premiere. On top of that, Sicario tends to pique viewers' interest because a third movie has long been rumored to be in development. Now that Sicario and Sicario, Day of the Soldado, are getting more attention on Netflix, Sicario 3 needs to happen. More than that, it needs to happen with Sheridan. After Sicario, Villeneuve and Blunt left the franchise, leaving only Sheridan, Del Toro, and Brolin to return in the sequel. Sicario, Day of the Soldado, wasn't quite as strong as the first movie, but Sheridan's script definitely helped maintain the atmosphere of the original. Because of this, it would be ideal for Sheridan to return to Sicario as screenwriter, and maybe even as a director as well. Sicario 3 definitely needs Sheridan to succeed, but Sheridan may also benefit from working on this movie. Although the TV producer is killing it with the Yellowstone universe and other television series, his talent for filmmaking should not be ignored. Sicario is just one of many amazing movies that he has written. Sicario 3 could be the perfect opportunity for Sheridan to re-enter the movie scene, as it is a film that many audiences want and which already has a foundational story. Sheridan could really make the most of the franchise's popularity by returning to it. Considering how many projects Sheridan has on his plate currently, Sicario 3 may not be at the top of his priority list. Either way, it would be great to see Sheridan return to movies sometime soon. As entertaining as his shows are, film allows Sheridan to tell darker, more serious stories. His movies can be tighter because they don't have to last for entire seasons, and the characters can feel fresh because they don't have to be connected to a pre-existing world. Sheridan is good at making movies, so him making more would be an amazing development. Taylor Sheridan has become synonymous with cowboy grit, Western melancholy, and modern-day morality tales sprawling across rugged terrain. His Yellowstone empire, complete with spin-offs like 1883 and 1923, has carved out a massive niche on television, amassing a devoted fan base that hangs on every gravelly voiced monologue and ranchland power play. But while his Western universe remains his crown jewel, a recent action thriller trending on Netflix suggests there's a different kind of firepower in Sheridan's arsenal, and it's one he should explore more often. That film is Those Who Wish Me Dead, a tense, adrenaline-soaked thriller starring Angelina Jolie as a smoke jumper battling both raging wildfires and lethal assassins in the Montana wilderness. Though the film received mixed reviews upon release in 2021, its resurgence on Netflix has brought it back into the conversation and revealed that, despite its polarizing elements, it might be the kind of cinematic edge Sheridan needs more of. Those Who Wish Me Dead is pure survivalist pulp cloaked in Sheridan's signature themes: redemption, grief, and the jagged edges of morality. Jolie plays Hannah Faber, a firefighter haunted by past trauma, who crosses paths with a young boy fleeing a pair of hitmen after witnessing the murder of his father. What follows is a relentless pursuit through scorched forests, lightning storms, and emotional trauma, with Sheridan's directorial hand never straying too far from the raw emotion and fierce grit that define his best work. It's not Yellowstone. And that's exactly the point. Sheridan's comfort zone is a wide-open space filled with tough men, tougher women, and blood-soaked codes of honor. But Those Who Wish Me Dead operates in a different tonal register. It's faster, louder, and more visceral. A thriller by definition, with stakes that burn as hot as the wildfire licking at the character's heels. It plays like a cross between No Country for Old Men and a 90s action flick, where Jolie's lean, haunted performance gives the film its emotional anchor. What makes the film divisive is the very thing that makes it exciting. It doesn't try to be everything at once. Critics staged it for being too sparse, too fast-paced, too reliant on genre tropes. But therein lies the charm. Sheridan isn't interested in overstuffing his narrative with social commentary or complex metaphors here. He's just telling a lean, mean story of survival and atonement. In doing so, he proves he can move beyond his sprawling Western dynasties and into tighter, more compact tales that still carry his storytelling DNA. Let's face it, as much as Yellowstone and its orbiting prequels have revolutionized prestige westerns, there's only so much real estate Sheridan can mine before the land begins to feel overgrazed. Even die-hard fans occasionally whisper about franchise fatigue. The Dutton family drama, while still compelling, has started to echo itself. With Kevin Costner exiting the main series and newer faces being grafted into the saga, there's an inevitable question hanging in the air. What's next? The answer might just lie in more contained, high-stakes thrillers like Those Who Wish Me Dead. Sheridan's gift for crafting rugged characters and placing them in high-pressure environments doesn't need the wide berth of a 10-episode arc or a multi-generational saga. Sometimes, a 90-minute explosion of tension and terrain is all it takes to remind audiences why he's one of the most compelling voices in American storytelling today. In Those Who Wish Me Dead, the Montana wilderness becomes more than a backdrop. It's a crucible. The forest fire is not just a natural disaster, but a metaphor for the uncontrollable chaos of life. The hitmen, played chillingly by Aidan Gillen and Nicholas Hoult, bring the kind of cold-blooded efficiency that echoes the villains of Sheridan's Sicario, a film that, not coincidentally, remains one of his finest writing credits. And then there's Jolie, stepping into a Sheridan world with ferocity and vulnerability. Her character is no superhero, just a woman trying to outrun her past and save a child, both literally and symbolically. This isn't just a genre film. It's a character study painted in flames and bullet holes. It's the kind of intimate intensity Sheridan doesn't always get to explore in his sweeping Western epic.